Hello my dear friends and my dear students, myself Dr. J.P. Tripathi. Today we are going to study about the dying declaration and dying deposition. Just for recall, I would like to tell you that it comes under the topic medical evidence, which includes oral evidence and documentary evidence, and dying declaration and dying deposition comes under the documentary evidence. So let's begin our lecture. Dying declaration. It is a type of documentary evidence, which means a statement of the person who is dying as a result of some unlawful act. It means it is a written or verbal statement of the person who is dying as a result of some unlawful act relating to material fact of cause of his death or bearing on the circumstances. It is admissible in all criminal and civil cases where the cause of death is under inquiry. In dying declaration, if there is a time allowed, if there is a time, the executive magistrate should be called to record the declaration of the person who is likely to die as a result of criminal violence. Before recording the dying declaration, the doctor should have to certify the person is in conscious and his mental faculties are working normally. There is a one term which is called as compos mentis. Compos mentis means of sound mind, memory and understanding. Means the person is in normal mental state. So before recording the statement, the doctor should certify that the person is conscious and his mental faculties are normal. If the condition of the victim is serious and there is no time to call a magistrate, the doctor should take the declaration in the presence of two witnesses. It is not must that the magistrate should present at the time of dying declaration. If the magistrate is not available, in that case also doctor can write the declaration, record the declaration in the presence of two witnesses. While recording the dying declaration, the oath is not required. It is also an important part. While recording the dying declaration, the oath is not required because of belief that the dying person tells the truth. This is a picture of dying declaration. You can see that the patient is serious in a hospital, and here the doctor is present. He will declare that the person is in sound mental state, means compos mentis. There's a witness, or you can say a sister is present there as a witness. She is recording the evidence, what the person is saying. He is recording the evidence in the patient's own language. So this is the picture of dying declaration in the hospital. There are certain criteria which should be followed while recording the statement of the dying person. What are those criteria? The statement should be recorded in the man's own words without any alteration of the terms or phrases. Leading question should not be asked. The declarant should be permitted to give his statement without any undue influence, outside promoting or assistance. If the point is not clear, the question may be asked to make it clear. I mean to say that the statement should be recorded in the man's own language. The declarant should be permitted to give the statement without any undue influences. If the answer is not clear, the question may be asked again if the time permits. While recording the statement, if the declarant becomes unconscious, the person recording it must record as much information as he has obtained and sign it. If the dying person is unable to speak but able to make a sign in answer to question put to him, this can be recorded and it is considered as a verbal statement. Means at the time of recording the statement, many times the declarant become unconscious. Then what is to be done? The person recording it must record as much as information as he obtained and sign it. Another thing is that Many times the person or the dying person is unable to speak. He is very much serious at that time, cannot speak. At that state, he can use sign language. He can give the answer to the question by using the sign language. This type of recording of statement is called as verbal statement. And after completion of recording of statement, the person or declarant has to sign in that paper or put thumb impression. Acceptability. In this we'll discuss what are the points which should be followed so the court can accept that dying declaration. The declaration is admissible not only against an accused who killed the declarant, but also against all the person involved in the same incident which resulted in his death. The declaration is sent to the magistrate in a sealed cover. It is produced at the trial and accepted as evidence. The person recording the declaration will have to give the evidence in the court to prove it. Many times after giving the dying declaration statement, the person after treatment survives. In that state, what will happen? If the declaring survives, the declaration is not admitted, but it has corroborative value, and the person is called to give oral evidence. Dying deposition. It is also a type of documentary evidence. Evidence given by a dying person due to some unlawful mean. It is a statement of the person on oath made by a dying person, recorded by the magistrate in the presence of accused or his lawyer, who is allowed to cross-examine him. Means, what is difference with the dying declaration? The difference is that it is taken under oath. The magistrate should always present at the time of statement, and either accused or his lawyer will also present at the time of dying deposition. He is allowed to do cross-examination also. The same thing as dying declaration, before the statement, it is made the medical officer certify that the victim is compos mentis. Means compos mentis, as we have discussed in dying declaration, here also the doctor will certify that the person is in sound mental state. All the mental faculties is working properly to give the statement. This is the picture which clears your concept regarding the dying deposition. In this picture, you are seeing that the person is about to die. He is giving a statement in front of doctor, in front of magistrate, police personnel, or you can say that the lawyer is also present at the time of recording the evidence. Either lawyer or accused is present at the time of recording dying deposition. Before recording this statement, this patient has to take the oath for giving evidence. Let's talk about the legal value. The legal value of dying deposition. A dying deposition carries more legal weight than a dying declaration. Why it is? There are certain conditions, there are certain points which gives weight to the dying deposition. What are those? It is recorded by the magistrate. Second is, it is recorded in the presence of accused or his lawyer, who has an opportunity to cross-examine the declarant. In contrast to the dying declaration, the dying deposition retains its full legal value even if the victim survives. So the legal value of dying deposition is more in compared to dying declaration. But one important I would like to mention here that in India the practice of dying deposition is not done. Now I am going to tell about the difference between dying declaration and dying deposition. We'll take points one by one. First is recording of evidence. In dying declaration, the recording is done by anyone, especially doctors, magistrate, police, village headman, or anyone can record the statement of dying person in case of dying declaration. While in dying deposition, only recorded by the magistrate. Next point is oath taking. In dying declaration, it is not required. In dying deposition, oath is necessary. Presence of accused or his lawyer. It is not essential in case of dying declaration, while in dying deposition it is essential, or you can say that must. Next point is cross-examination. In dying declaration it is not allowed, whereas in case of dying deposition it is allowed. Legal value. As we have studied earlier, the legal value of dying declaration is less important than dying deposition, whereas dying deposition is superior than dying declaration. Many times the person survive. The next point is, if the person survive, then what will happen? If the person survive in dying declaration, the dying declaration has no value but has corroborative value. In case of dying deposition, it has value and fully admitted. What is the role of doctor in case of dying declaration, dying deposition? The role of doctor. The doctor assesses compos mentis and record the statement in the absence of magistrate but in the presence of witness. In case of dying deposition, the doctor also assess, here also he will assess the compos mentis, the statement always recorded by the magistrate in case of dying deposition. Practice in India means dying declaration still is in practice in India. It is followed in India. In case of dying deposition, it is not followed. This was the difference between dying declaration and dying deposition. Everything is clear, I hope so. So my dear friends and my dear students, this was all about today's topic. Today we have discussed in detail about the recording of evidence, and we have covered the dying declaration and dying deposition in detail. We have studied the difference between dying declaration and dying deposition. This was all about today's topic. So take care. Please subscribe for upcoming topics. Thank you very much.